Мы приглашаем вас на новый эпизод воскресной ночной битвы. Welcome to another exciting episode of Sunday Night Fights.
Welcome back, fight fans! It's Sunday night. We're rocking some fights on Langreskaya, the new 1v1 map just released by Relic in the patch last week. This is Company of Heroes 2. I'm AmiPolizeiFunk. I am joined by my co-caster Yoink. Yoink, we're going into the finals.
I like it, and it's a new season on this map. Same map, new season, with two great players. I am not familiar with either of their work, Condemnation Wings and AndyisRIPPin. It's nice to see fresh, hot new blood in the Company of Heroes 2 scene, and these guys are making a name for themselves. You've been enjoying the game so far today?
Yes, I'm looking forward to this. I think we're going to see an action-packed final. These are the two guys that just have their business tight. You know, they got their builds tight, they're reinforcing, they're moving their men's, and they're working Langreskaya to the max. So I have no idea who's going to win this, and I would never even venture a guess. These guys have been just pretty much smashing everybody they've come up against. So I'm looking forward to this final. It's going to be a best of three, and we get to see Langreskaya's spring, which is wonderful. I love the terrain and the texture, and just the overall color of this map is just fantastic. Before we get into the game, really quick, we want to give away two more of these commander keys. This is the Soviet mechanized support tactics with access to the ISU 152. We're going to give away two of them right now. Yoink, if you would be so kind as to do a drum roll.
Our Commander General Hell, who is in charge of our monkeys, he's the one that actually whips them, and they have a random number generator back there, and then they pick out a name. All the monkeys, they do that thing. So I will give the drum roll command for the monkeys to begin their duties. So without further ado, our first name is
Pokes 36. Pokes 36, you are a winner of a unlockable commander key. Please send a Twitch direct message to the Sunday Night Fights account, which you occasionally see in chat. Now, for all of you others that may have just joined us, the way you make yourself eligible for these prizes is by following us, and we are on the brink of 3,000 followers. So I would really appreciate if everybody who can hear me now will press the big purple follow button on their Twitch account. This helps us get sponsorship for future events and keep our Twitch partnership and so forth and so on. So if you want to be eligible to win this next prize, click follow right now. Okay, Yoink, go. Drum roll number 2.
One more. The monkeys say, and the winner is
Confused Badger. That's confused_Badger. You are the winner of our third key. So if you would send a Twitch direct message, what, do you know him, or are you just like the name?
No, I just think that I'm just really sorry that the Badger's confused, and we're just going to hope and sort that out, and so that he knows exactly what's going on. You know, the confused Badger is it's terrible to be confused.
And we have to give a shout out to Crossfire, who was very generous. He already has the collector's edition, so he didn't need the commander, so he gave the key back to be re-rolled. So, all right, so Pokes36 and Confused Badger, please send a DM to the Sunday Night Fights account, and you will be getting your key via a reply DM. This is really the time you guys want to follow us, because we will be giving away that very special signed Chris Velasco soundtrack at the end of the show. So be sure to follow us. All right, Yoink, let's get these finals started. We're paused at 5 seconds. Who would you like to follow?
You know, I've been really impressed with Condemnation Wings. I loved his action in this last game. So I'm going to follow Condemnation Wings, and I have now moved the counter to 10 seconds. I like how this season of Sunday Night Fights, we're going to just start doing things at the 10-second mark. That's like the new hotness, apparently, is to do 10 seconds.
Yeah, 5 seconds was so 2012. It's 2013.
Yeah.
The game's been released. It's 10 seconds for forever forward, as determined by tonight. All right, so I'm following AndyisRIPPIN. He's starting as the Wehrmacht in the north. The sun is shining, and we're ready to go. Yoink, you want to do the honors?
Yes, let's get this game started. The first round of the finals of our 1v1 Langreskaya match begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, start. And the clock for the finals is ticking at 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This is exciting! I love new maps in Company of Heroes. Even though this is technically an old map, it's new to us! Because it's Company of Heroes 2, and it is just beautifully rendered. I love the spring version even more than the winter version. And I should also note that the spring version does not have the house bug problem, right?
I'm not entirely sure, because that bush is still there, so I'm not sure. Maybe we'll find out today. Another thing, have you noticed, is that, see the point that AndyisRIPPIN is capping now with his Pyos? That point is covered by the base MG. So we'd also like Relic to change that. We don't want any points covered by base MGs.
Free points, just free points, right? Yeah.
And
like
finally, to conclude our map review, we also don't like these floating victory points in these little islands, because, I mean, it just doesn't make any sense that you have a sector inside another sector, because when they're owned by different people, you get like 3 little UI rings all over the map. It's just fugly. So we're hoping our map advisors, White Flash and Uncle Sam, have proposed an equally, efficient map as far as sectors go that eliminates this like island VP situation. So hopefully that is also a change that will be considered.
I didn't know they could change that. I thought that was some sort of like thing inside the map building process that required the VP.
Well, yeah, okay, every point you have has a circle, sure, but the VPs don't have to be islands. Look at the center VP, that's part of a huge sector, right? It doesn't have to be like a circle around it. So we want the VP to be its own sector and not like an island within another sector. But anyway, that's the small details. It's all about the finals here. These guys are competing for a digital collector's edition key, which is worth $100 in the States and €79.99 euros in Europe. So that's a pretty good prize for first place.
Yeah, it's got all the commanders. It's got all the skins.
All
you get
20.
a special badge.
All 25.
I've had fun. I've had fun playing with all the skins. It makes your tanks all pretty. There's one that's like really silly too. It's like red and white stripes. It looks like cotton candy, or I mean a lollipop. You can have lollipop Panzer IVs.
I'm still waiting for them to make one that paints the clown car to look like a actual circus clown car with like a big red nose on the front.
Cool clown car. Oh,
Wouldn't that be awesome? An M3 with a huge red
nose
nose and like a white face and like big red lips and funny crazy hair and bugged out eyes. Wouldn't that be great?
I would also love it if when you ejected people out of it, a little song played like that.
Or if you have 3 of them running around at the same time, like OMG popped in, it starts to trigger that sound.
A little bit of sneakiness up here on the left-hand side. These Grenadiers were able to jump into the sector that the engineers were capping and stop them from getting it at the very last second. That's like what a cock block right there.
I love that. That's about the new capping mechanic. I love how a unit can step in right at the last moment and foil a attempt to raise a flag. Nothing new from Andy. He's going for the same massive tier 1. He's got 4 Grens out so far, and he's building an MG.
Now, Condemnation Wings has decided to build the Special Rifle Command, the Tier 1 tent, because, well, he wants a clown car, like we were talking about. He just built the first one. It's on the field. The second second one is coming out shortly. He does have 2 engineers. One of them has got the flamethrower upgrade, so this looks like a fairly standard Soviet I'm gonna burn you with my flames start here in the first 4 minutes of the game.
I'm enjoying how these players are kind of checking each other out. Have you noticed there haven't been any really deadly engagements yet? They're really sort of light-footing around one another.
It's funny that, you know, when the Soviets go for conscripts, they control the entire map. When the Wehrmacht goes for grenadiers, they control the entire map, and that's exactly what's happening here. I mean, look, grenadiers have got this entire map locked down, and now they've got to deal with the problem of the first clown car. Shot of the Panzerfaust right to the engine of that clown car, takes it down to half health, but it's still alive, and here comes another grenadier to try and finish off the fight. He doesn't have enough. He would not have enough munitions for a second Faust. At this point, it's not possible, right?
No, sure, he's got 60. He just didn't want to give chase because there was protection there, and he probably would have suffered a ton of damage again. We saw those Pioneers get cooked. Now that's going to hurt Andy because, you know, he only builds 1 Pioneer. He's cranking out his 5th Gren squad now. He's eventually going to have to rebuild Pioneers so that he can tech.
Yeah, and you know what? Wings is now pushing out a sniper, which is the right thing to do in the face of Grenadier spam, because snipers just are tough bastards, especially the Soviet version. They fire slower, but they got 2 guys. They got a little healthier. Here we go, Clown Car back in the fight, facing 2 Grenadier squads. 1 Faust takes it down to half health. Engineers pop out. Dun, 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 dun. This other Grenadier squad coming up to try and finish the job. Can they do it? Conscripts now also engaging to back up their buddies. These Grenadiers, the first Grenadier squad is going to have to retreat. He may lose this Grenadier squad. Oh my god, he's got to retreat through fire. But the second Grenadier squad completes the job, takes out that clown car, and they retreat back to base. Job well done for the German army.
Man, I thought it survived the second Faust. I mean, it looked like he was...
It did a little dance.
It looked like the Grens were retreating, and then it popped. That was so strange. I thought it was going to live and take like 2 Fausts and survive, but suddenly it popped. Not quite sure what happened there.
It did, oh my god, popped. See, I made a joke because there was a player earlier named Oh My God Pop that was playing, and then, you know, you said pop.
I got my snare right next to me. I can actually do rim shots. I don't have a hi-hat, though, so I can't do
know
what?
I'm
what?
liking this map.
What? Spit it out. What?
Grenadiers' answer to scout cars. I'm talking about strategy. I'm liking this mass Grenadier strategy to scout cars. It's good. It seems to be working for austere players to be able to take down scout cars with just a whole buttload of Grenadiers running around the field. You drop the Faust when you need to, and otherwise use small arms fire to take down the rest of the truck. I like it.
Well, we'll see how it does. HQ Mule now has 2 scout cars. He's got to organize them, get flamers in the second one. He's got he's got flamers in both of them now. That's dangerous.
Yeah, this is tough. I mean,
he sent 1 left and 1 right.
Austere base.
Let's see if Pro NTD can cover both sides of the map here somehow.
There are Grenadiers getting cooked on the left right now. They fired off their Faust, but as usual, only took it down to about half health with the damage in. The one on the right. Oh, the one on the right is just doing awful damage. Oh my god!
And the guards are killing him too. And if he chases them properly, he could annihilate that squad. Look at him. Look at him, forcing him around, hanging him up on the fences, down to 1 man. Here comes the last burst to get the kill. Yep. Count it.
Went right
Count
down
it, baby.
like my prom day.
Swish. Swish. All right, the scout car on the left goes down, but I think that's a good trade for Condemnation Wings.
I missed where he lost the scout car.
On
the
left.
One just went down again? Oh.
No, on the left. On the right, he's fine. On the right, he killed the Gren squad and he's repairing. On the left, he lost the scout car. But I'd saying a Gren squad for a scout car is a good trade.
That is a good trade. You're right. Reinforcements complete. Guards now on the field. They've been on the field for a little while. Second guard squad now, also. I don't know if you heard my discussion with Sepha
huge,
earlier.
aren't they crazy?
Well, we were just talking about that. I was discussing with Sepha about how, like, those guns sound brutal, but they really are very inaccurate versus infantry. I mean, they're like firing Shreks. I mean, they just cannot hit infantry at all. So you're
Have
really
you noticed
looking at a
sometimes they kind
six-man
of
squad.
shock the infantry, though? Like on the first shot, like the infantry will go prone for a second when they first hear it. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
It's like, what the hell was that? They'll go prone, but then they get right back up.
That's like an elephant gun, you know? But really, a guard squad, in terms of anti-infantry capability, is a four-man squad, because those two guys with big PTRSs they can't hit people. They only hit trucks and tanks.
Yep, and he's using 2 squads of them to protect his snipers on the right. And, you know, what's going to kill that sniper? No scout car or a flame half-track or anything could get through those 2 guards. They would just get buttoned, and the sniper would escape easily. So this is nice combined arms usage. Wow, that Grenadier nade did nothing to the guards capping the right VP.
Oh my god.
Yes?
And this sniper's going to tee off on him now.
I gotta tell you, Wings is looking really good right now, man. He just
He's
capped
all
back
over the place.
whole
Look at the map. If NTD will show the TAC map real quick, look at this. Oh, he is about to have AndyisRIPPIN pinned in his base.
Yeah, but AndyisRIPPIN, he skipped a tier and is now pumping out tier 3 for perhaps a Panzer IV he has, if he can do it or not. I don't think he can. There's no way he would have enough
He's
fuel,
got
right?
86. Well, he'll have to somehow get a little bit more fuel. I mean, his income is plus 10 right now.
Something
He needs 115 for the
ravaged.
P4.
Oh my
so
god. Holy moly, both of those clown cars went down like in an instant.
Holy
I think
moly,
that couldn't have been
Batman.
all Faust. I'm not sure what fired at them. It was a mine. Oh, got it. Wow, well played for AndyisRIPPIN.
All right, the fuel is trickling in. He's at 92. He needs 115. He's surely waiting for the P4. He could also
Yeah,
go
what about
Austrian.
manpower, though? You know, he's got a manpower problem. He has so
he
many
doesn't have that
understrength
either.
units in his base, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's a problem.
he's got 0 pretty much. He's around 120, but he's reinforcing Grens right now. This is going to be tough. Look at this. The snipers are continuing to pick away.
Yeah, he's bleeding manpower terribly. He's picking the wrong fights, too. Those engineers should not have been fighting guards. This is a problem. I don't think he should be charging in like this. This is a problem also. These snipers are just going to pick off and make losses here. Oh, boy.
He's got to get out of his base. I mean, the longer he waits, the more established that pin will become.
There was a big grenade that just fell on those grenadiers. Also, manpower going out the door that he cannot afford. Well, you know what? He was able to push back these guards, and he's able to give himself some breathing room, but I don't know. He's really hurting for resources right now.
101 fuel, 220 manpower. Let's see if we can save up for one of those lovely tier 3 tanks.
Yeah, but you know, tier 4 is going up in Wings' base. So that Panzer IV comes out, it's going to be met with an Su-85. He has enough fuel.
It is. It will be. Look at the conscripts stepping in the circle, prevent the cap of that all-important strat point for as long as they can. They know it's a bad engagement. They eventually leave, but they did slow down Andy's progress getting back out on the map.
We have secured additional territory.
He's capping with his MG.
Sector secure.
The snipers are teeing off once again. This sniper has 10 kills already.
Awaiting order.
It's still not Vet 1. It takes a long time to vet up snipers, even when they're firing at grenadiers.
They're so strong with that Vet 1 ability, with the running thing, you know. They get the speed ability with Vet 1. It just makes them almost even more impossible to kill.
They're like,
yeah, they can get away from anything.
Usain Bolt. They just run. They're like sprinters, you know?
Two flamers leading the way. Let's see if they can close the gap to start flaming these Grens. They do. And the P4 is queued, finally. He has saved. Spent the fuel right when it hit 0. P4 on the way. He's going to see if he can pull off a trick that he pulled off against OMG Pop, where the P4 just said, hey, I'm here, and OMG Pop quit.
P4, F this. I'm out. That's but you know what? The Su-85 is now queued up. So we are going to see an Su-85 P4 engagement right in the center. You know, if he's smart, he keeps those guards with that Su-85, and it's unflankable. You know?
Yeah, the
That's gonna be a
guard's
problem.
ability to button. That's going to be huge, probably. Because basically, they just need to snare the P4. I mean, the P4's only chance of the Su-85 is its ability to be a little faster and to micro against that fixed gun. So, you know, they're able to use cover, back around hedges, pull out of range. But if he gets snared in a button from these guards, that's pretty much lights out. Because the Su-85 will just come up to max range and pop, 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 P4's down.
Yeah, that main gun is just does terrible damage against any kind of German army, up to and including, you know, like a tiger. Maybe not an elephant, but... Oh, all right, Su-85 now on the field, moving forward. Fancy little pink scheme coming right up. He still has...
These are my
also,
favorite skins, by the way. This is the skin I used for the highlight for our show, as you can see there. I just love
nice.
these
Pretty
blocky brown and green and beige skins.
Neapolitan skin.
P4 and Su-85 hit at the same exact moment. Conscripts are also looking to nullify the mobility of the P4 with an 18-8.
You know, the P4
These guys are
got a
pinned. They're not
significant
gonna throw nothing.
reduction in abilities because of its scatter. Wow, look at that crush. Yikes. Quite a crush. Now that P4...
Wait, how did they get a damaged engine? They were pinned. I didn't think they could throw an 18-8 when they're pinned.
I don't know.
What the heck
They
was
threw
that?
somebody threw something. And here comes this
was
Su-85.
that? Yeah, it's cooked already. I mean, damaged engine, but whilst pinned? What? Chat, is that even possible? I didn't think they could shoot or do anything when they were pinned. Like, I thought all of their abilities...
I saw the grenade throwing animation. Oh my goodness, it got abandoned. This is doubly bad.
If they nick it, it's going to be GG for sure. I mean, it already is. Look at the MG's got to go.
Oh, he got it. Yeah, he took it down. He wasn't going to try
He didn't even
rescue that
feel
thing.
like nicking it. He just destroyed it.
I just heard that vodka for everyone again. That was awesome.
Yeah,
That sound
that's
file.
nice, right? I heard that for the
Oh,
first
yeah.
time the other day. Vodka for everyone. That's great.
That's great. Oh, yeah. Now, see exactly what I was talking about before. Guards backed up with this Su-85 make it unflankable because, as you said, the button ability takes down anybody's chance of getting out of the way of that main gun of the Su-85. I mean, that's the big weakness to that tank, is that you get around to the back or the sides and the Su-85 is useless. But if you're sitting looking at the barrel of that gun as a German, you are in big, big trouble because it is titanically powerful. 85 millimeters and cuts right through German armor like butter.
Well, AndyisRIPPIN has done a great job to play both sides of the map. While that whole fight was going on the right, he did harass the left and cap up a bunch of points, but that's ending now as the Russian forces charge forward, occupy these houses. The sniper's going to take some pot shots at this MG while it retreats, and I think this this bit of harassment on the left is going to be put to an end, although the Grens are still lowering the VP over there. Ooh, AndyisRIPPIN bought a counter sniper. This is exciting. Let's see. Okay.
Oh,
down to one man as well. The Russian sniper retreat. Now here's the thing: when you in a situation like this, as Krauts, you know you want your sniper to do damage, and I think my choice would have also been to fire away because you need to get your value out of that sniper, and you need to get kills. You can't just sort of wait for the surprise counter snipe because you could wind up waiting forever. So he's just deciding to just start teeing off. He gives up the element of surprise to start getting some kills.
Now, remind our viewers the difference between the Russian sniper and the German sniper, other than the fact that obviously the Russian sniper has two guys. Doesn't the German sniper fire faster and stay in cloak longer after leaving cover?
He recloaks quicker after he fires. That's the main thing.
Oh, okay.
That's why it's hard for a German sniper can pop one of the Russian snipers, backpedal and recloak before the Russian sniper is able to fire. That's the one mechanic that gives the German sniper a chance, but it's so high risk.
It is. We just don't see the sniper knife fights like we used to in Company of Heroes 1, just because the mechanic, the way that snipers fundamentally operate is different now.
Yeah, they can't run through open spaces cloaked, so we never really see snipers like next to each other. It's pretty difficult to move stealthily across the map. Like, there will be moments where you just uncloak, no matter how hard you're trying to stay in cover. Like, I've had a sniper on hold fire. I've tried to stay on the peripheries, like by hedgerows and stuff, and just use him as a spotter for tanks or something. And at some point, he'll come out of cover for a second, and then, you know, the player knows you're there, and then you're in trouble.
I have
really
found,
hard to
though,
use
that
them
it
as
is
spotters.
easier. Yeah, it is easier with the German sniper, though, to follow the line of cover, like follow hedgerows, follow fences, to stay in cover longer. It is easier with the German guy than with the Russians. The Russian chicks.
All right, well, Andy's keeping some good map control, even though his, army cannot compete with the Su-85. The thing about the Su-85 is, like, once the P4 is gone, what does it do, right? It's just sitting there.
Yeah, I mean, it's not very good at anti-infantry, obviously, and it's good as sort of that anvil with which to smash German armor against, but if you don't have a hammer, there's nothing to smash. So, using... Or I guess it's the other way around. I guess the guards are the anvil and the Su-85 is the hammer. I don't know. I made it dumb.
All right, well, I better stop you before you get lost in your analogy here. We have 2 German snipers. This is what I'm excited about. The Russian sniper squad is over on the right-hand side of the map. I think Andy knows this, so he's pretty much free to snipe with this double team on the left. And the Russian snipers might take out this MG if Andy doesn't retreat. He's working too much on the left. He forgot about his MG, and it will escape narrowly. Man, I'm just hearing sniper fire ricocheting across the map.
Yeah, 2 German snipers together is just brutal. Man, they can
That's a
fire
pretty
really
sexy,
fast.
like, tech switch real quick, to instead of trying to get another P4, which is already, like, building into a counter, the Su-85, let's just go imp and see what I can do with, capping and killing other infantry. And look at, what is this Su-85 doing?
I think he's going to do something. Maybe he heard you and was like, what should I do with this?
He's going to destroy the entire German base. I doubt it, He's been Fausted now. I guess he could stay there for a while. He might get this tier down. Oh, I see. He was going to go spot for this off-map ability. So he spotted for bombs, and look at that. Damn. Tier 2.
Strike.
Or no, that was tier 1. Tier 1 has been removed. No more Grenzer snipers from AndyisRIPPin for a while.
Yeah, I guess so. He was like you were saying, maybe Condemnation Wings understood the switch up to infantry and was like, screw that, you don't get to play that game.
All right, another P4 is on the field. This MG is getting flanked and naded in the center. It probably will survive. Whoa, soft retreat. That's brave.
This P4 has a chance against the Su-85 because it does have a damaged engine. I don't know if Andy smells that, but he has a chance. I mean, it's being repaired now, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It's going to be back up into full health here in a second.
Yeah, I don't think Andy should go anywhere near that. Not yet. You need 2 P4s before you can try to rush in and kite and so forth.
I can't imagine he has the fuel or the manpower for a second P4 this fast. Does he?
Okay, let's just look at the snipers. How many kills do your Russian squad have?
26, and it's Vet 2. So
26.
They're doing well.
Okay, the 2 Wehrmacht snipers have 17 between them. So this is kind of an exciting competition between these 2 squads.
Yeah, both these gentlemen have been able to keep their snipers alive, which is always nice. They don't throw them away. And they're doing work. I mean, they've paid for themselves, I think. 17 between them, that's probably not enough to pay for them. But 26 is definitely enough to pay for the Russian variant.
I mean, AndyisRIPPIN looked so disadvantaged when he was kind of backed into his base before he could get the P4 out. But look how he was able to push out and cap. I mean, this small maps like this in KO2 swing so quickly. I think that's even more the reason why we were so shocked. Like early GGs, you can execute comebacks, get 1 unit and the whole thing changes. So it'd be nice to see players, take advantage of that, stick in it.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly right. And you know what? Condemnation Wings has been using grenades, these rifle grenades, not rifle grenades, the guards grenades, the toss grenades. He's been using them a lot to take down support teams and also damage grenadiers. He just cleared an MG42 out from the center VP, which I really like.
All right, well, we have the Opel Blitz and Tiger Tank Doctrine from AndyisRIPPIN that has the heavily nerfed strafing run, which is available to him. Should he maybe get a chance to light up those snipers? I would love to see a Tiger, yeah. You don't see many Tigers
That
in
would be
Code 2
great.
yet.
Now that would counter an SU-85, I think. The Tiger can take
Will be
enough
a tough
shots to the
fight.
face in order to get around to the right or the
All right,
left.
well, here is the strafe. That's interesting. 120 munis. That's sort of all of AndyisRIPPIN's munis. And all he really did was deny the center VP. I mean, it does loiter, which it's doing. It's loitering. Let's see. He didn't fire on those engineers on the left. He just flew over the sniper. Can you turn on Fog of War real quick? Oh, no, I will. And let me see if he lights up the sniper when he comes by. Or is he done? Here comes another pass. Let's see if he lights up the sniper. Wow, he doesn't. So the sniper remains cloaked. So that does not... Wow, we have an ISU-152 entering the combat. That is exciting. We saw an elephant from Condemnation Wings in the last series, and now we're seeing an ISU-152 from him in this series. Good stuff.
Yeah. Okay, so this P4 is definitely not going to show its face around the hedgerow. That's way too much Soviet anti-vehicle power now on the field. What can he do? What can AndyisRIPPIN do against an ISU-152?
They're so hard. I mean, you got to set up a flank. You know, you got to use the hedgerows and try to use the true sight mechanics. You know, rush in with everything you've got at once: grenadiers, tanks, kite. But with the SU-85 leading for the ISU-152 and all of the other support units, it's going to be very difficult to execute anything like that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. The German snipers have a chance to kill the capping Russian sniper in the center. And there it is. That's the shot. They take out both snipers. Maybe Condemnation Wings thinks that he's got this and he's just going to power through with tanks. He doesn't care about his snipers anymore. But that was a very nice kill by the Oster.
All right, so that's a switch up. It looks like infantry game now is coming back into AndyisRIPPIN's favor. But, you know, there's kind of a big-ass problem here right now, and that he has two very powerful Soviet tanks in his base.
That's a
And he built that other
good-looking
tier
tank.
unit. I think it was tier 2. He built it way so far forward. That building went down, too. He's lost 2 tier buildings now.
You know, I got to the pleasure of seeing one of these ISU-152s in the flesh just 2 or 3 days ago. I took my son out to a museum in Berlin, and it is a formidable beast.
I mean, the gun is like a Howie gun, right? I mean, that barrel is so
it
big.
is. It is a howitzer. The gun is a howitzer, yeah.
It's just a mobile forward-firing howitzer.
Wow,
you know
it's going
what?
right into the base.
I think Wings smells blood. Oh my God! That sniper took a 152 shot to the face. His body's
like
gone. His body's not even there. It's just like
this is interesting here, though. Look at this little engine that could. The P4 with barely any health is going to try to kite this big beast.
Wow,
and
look
he's
at the
doing
rear
good
shots on
damage
this thing.
from behind. Yeah, look at
really
this.
Good damage. He's gonna take it out.
What if he can get this kill? Is he gonna get it? Really? You think?
Oh my God! Keep chasing, man! Don't give up! Don't give up, Andy!
Look, he's trying to cut around the hay barrels. He's trying to cut.
Oh my goodness, man! You can do it! Keep going!
Oh, but now there's another SU-85. Oh no, that's the same SU-85 with the sliver.
Down it goes!
He got it! Kaboom!
Holy! Dude, the rear armor on the SU-152, ISU-152 is so weak. Seriously, that was like 6 or 7 shots and it went down.
Grimes double vet and is going to be repaired. What a hero, P4.
That's a milestone in this game, a big milestone. And now that the fact that there are pioneers there that are like right there to repair it, this is going to go right back into the fight. That SU-85 is really damaged too. I mean, that.
Could you imagine if he'd gotten them both? Like, you know, I think he could have got them both actually. But I mean, who would even try that? You know, like winning the ISU is such a huge achievement. Of course, you're gonna get out of there and try to preserve the unit after that accomplishment. But could you imagine if he got them both?
Dude, how far from a Tiger is he? That could really turn this game around. Oh, a second P4 is out.
Well,
That'll do it.
It's unlocked, but you need 250 fuel and 600 manpower, so he's got like 40 fuel in the bank. But these two P4s can easily take on one SU-85.
Especially that SU-85 is at 20% health. I mean, it is in deep trouble. I don't know if Andy knows that, but if he smells victory down there, he can grab it. I don't know if he has a way. Oh, do you think maybe the loitering plane sees it? Is it within its field of view?
Well, it's practically repaired now. What do you mean? I mean, the opportunity's lost.
Yeah, I just wondered if you saw it earlier.
I mean, he could maybe go for it, but he would get buttoned. I mean, you know, he's got these 2 squads of guards running around. What I'm interested in is, did anybody see how the second sniper died? Because Andy lost 1 sniper to a huge ISU shot right in the base. I saw that, a double vet retreating sniper. But how did Andy's other sniper die? Did you see it, Yoink? Or did NTD see it?
I didn't. I was watching action.
Anybody in the chat? Probably not. We missed that entirely. Maybe he died in a fight, in an infantry fight in the center, while the ISU 152 was entering the base, and I was just sort of gawking at it.
All right, here we go. We got P4s flanking around the right side of those buildings. Forces one of the guard squads to retreat. That's good. Now 2 P4s. The guards can't fire at 2 at once. Plus, we got Grenadier. Okay, here's your opportunity now to engage that SU-85 too far away.
Those are nice Grens. He would do with some medics in his base. Uh-oh, he doesn't want to get them flamed to death here. They're gonna get cooked good. And now the SU-85 is laying in shots. That's how you want to use it. Keep it in the distance and plug away. Look at 2 big hits. He's going to try to get the kill.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh,
that
not
last
done yet.
shot did so
shot.
much damage. Look at this high.
Let's see if he can get
around from
around.
behind. Here it is. Here's the chance for the P4 to do it.
No.
He's going to lose one P4,
turn.
but he's going to trade it for an SU-85. There's
control.
another SU-85 on the field.
Now he's got to back up, back up. Oh, that second SU-85 is going to kill that other P4. Just get out of there. Where's your turbo button? Andy's really got to micro this double vet P4. He might not even be able to get this kill. The rear SU-85 is doing so much damage. No, I think he's going to have to sacrifice the attempt to get the kill and just try to save his unit.
Well, he's got that
The
pack
pack
gun there
might
to
help.
protect him.
Yeah, that's a little buffer, a little hard point to save himself. Amazing how fast the map control changes. I've noticed that these players are not really building bunkers and medics in their base. That's not trendy anymore. People don't do that as Wehrmacht. They don't want to heal their infantry. I don't think I've seen one in the entire tournament.
Medics? No, I think that somebody had medics last game. I saw them. You know.
Okay, all right. But I don't know if Andy's ever built them. I think he should now.
Like
with
strange.
these 2 triple vet Gren squads, those are excellent units. You wanna you know, treat them well. You want to take care of those
I can't
units.
believe that he got them to triple vet without medics. I mean, keeping them alive, that's pretty amazing. P4
What a nail biter game
back.
1 of our finals here, Yoink. This is a pleasure, isn't it?
Yeah, no kidding, right? We saw
It's so
with a
neck
little
and neck.
P4 that could
Way
take
too
it down
close to
that
call.
ISU 152. Yeah, even the VPs are close. I mean, nobody has a VP advantage either.
All right, we'll do a quick time check. I'm at 31 minutes and 58, 59, 32. 32:01, 32:02. Whoa, what a game.
I'm a little ahead of you, actually, I think. I'm at
Well, that's when you hit pause and sync
10,
with me.
11.
You know how to do this,
12,
right?
13.
Yeah, we're fine.
That's
whatever.
my first time.
Close
All
enough.
right.
Is it your first time, Yoink?
It is. Be gentle. Hold me. P4
That's a big hit.
taking hits from
Big
something.
distance hit.
Yeah,
And that's the
SU-85
SU-85,
down
man.
there.
Crazy range.
That AT gun, 2 AT guns though, marching up into the center part of the field to try and engage these SU-85s. They're going to push back just as the AT guns move back too. There's a little kiss. Just had to give them a little kiss there, pushing back into Russian territory.
I see a big hulk of tank that wants to get salvaged. Do you have any Pios that can salvage tanks? Look at that. Look at that ISU carcass. Aren't there some
Burger
tasty
Tiger.
Vico Pios that want to salvage that?
Yeah, the Burger Tiger wants to come and, you know, grab that thing.
Guards flanking around. What are they going to try to do? They could try to button this P4. It doesn't have a lot of health. SU-85 is moving
SU-85s are now in
forward.
danger. No, they're in danger here. These guns are in a great
Well,
position
who's
to
in
hit the
danger?
ball.
This P4 is in danger. It's buttoned. That's who's in danger. The packs are plugging away. The SU-85s are plugging away. How is that P4 still up? Gotta love the skirts. Gotta love the double vet. It's still up.
Oh, Down it goes. I think
SU-85's
that
back out.
Guards took it down.
But down it goes. Double vet guards. They didn't get the credit for the kill, though. I'm not quite sure who
Another
did.
P4, though.
All right, NTD says the SU-85 got it, and it was out of control for a while.
All right. There's another P4, though. Fresh P4 on the field to take its brother's place. Did all right.
Man, I so wish we could have seen a Tiger here.
Yeah, I don't know
He's
if we're going to
really
see one today.
got no fuel.
He just does not have
The thing
fuel
about late
for
game
it.
tanks and 1v1s is, you know, how do you ever afford the fuel? I mean, Condemnation Wings was way ahead for a long time, and that enabled him to get the ISU 152 out. I mean, you pretty much have to be in a situation like that to get a tank like that.
Yeah, these AT guns have just been firing non-stop at Soviet forces, but now conscripts coming up behind to flank them. Might be able to clear one of the AT guns right now if they focus fire.
That's sort of the last
Conscripts
line of
do
defense
not.
for AndyisRIPPIN. He needs to keep those AT guns alive.
These conscripts do so little damage sometimes.
I could have swore they just
AT.
screamed Allah instead of Hoorah.
It looked
Have
like
they changed?
they did the AT grenade throwing animation, but nothing came out. I don't know what happened. There it is. It really didn't do anything. Already had a
Triple down on
damage
those
unit.
scripts if they can get out. Down to the last man. Ooh. The pack almost sniped him. But they will survive. And he's still got a significant army. He's got a lot of units.
I'm concerned about his resource income, though. You know, I mean, look, he doesn't have anything
Yeah,
going into
plus
his
10
tank.
fuel, plus 16 ammo.
Yeah, and I mean, it's just a matter of time before Condemnation Wings decides to buy his next unit. I mean, he's floating almost 800 manpower and 250 fuel. So...
And he just built a fuel cache, of all things.
that's weird.
I think he wants another ISU 152. He must, right? He must want another one. That's the... Why else would you build a fuel cache? I mean, he controls 2 fuels, right?
Yeah, I mean, he needs 30 more fuel to get there, and he's going to get it in about 40 seconds is when he'll have enough, and it'll pop right out. Yeah, his income is plus 42, so his fuel is
crazy.
ticking up really fast.
Yeah.
274, 275, 276. That's like how fast it is. He's
Does he? He should get a
Raking in
medal
fuel.
for build. If he gets the ISU 152 out, he should get a medal for building 2 of them in a 1v1. I have never seen that.
Is that an achievement? Definitely.
That is definitely an achievement. SNF achievement unlocked. 2 ISU 152s.
In a
Is it
1v1.
coming? How
That's the
close are you?
magic of Langreskaya. Yep, he just bought it. Here it comes. Just popping onto the field now.
Hey, all right. How about that?
Achievement unlocked.
That is sweet.
Apparently we missed a bundle grenade blowing up a Maxim. Our viewers are yelling at us about that.
Sorry, viewers. We like to gawk at big tanks. In real life and in game.
Yeah, we're about to see it here. It's coming up. Moving into the field. Thing moves slow. But, oh, hey, look, guards going right forward into combat. What are they doing? Oh my god. So many things blowing up right in front of the
shot,
guards.
kablooey. They're providing LOS up there is what they're doing.
I guess they are, yeah.
Of course. And this ISU can just tag. Look at it's tagging the P4 from all the way back there. He could be shooting at the packs, but he's shooting at the P4. You have to like scroll back and forth fast enough. There, he took out 1 pack.
Yeah,
Every shot
these
is
packs are going down, and
monstrous.
this is a colossal mistake here on Andy's part. He should not have put forward like that. Ooh.
There, second pack down. That was ISU 152 as well. But he, I mean, when he went forward, he didn't know that it was there. The thing, you know, he never saw it probably. He just saw the rounds coming in. Hell of a game played by Condemnation Wings. That's game 1 of our finals. He is now up 1-0. The sides will be swapped. We'll see what Andy can do as the Ruskies A Company of Heroes 2 Digital Collector's Edition copy is on the line. Please stick with us. Sepha will be back to commentate Game 2. And we're going to give away another key. So stick around. We'll be right back.